Last week, we brought you part one of Halifax presenter Laura Bain's visit to the Gaelic College in beautiful St. Anne's, Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia.
The world-renowned college, famous for promoting and preserving Gaelic, offers many one-of-a-kind learning experiences from some of the finest instructors in Canada.
Here is part two of Laura's story, and if you're familiar with Gaelic culture on Cape Breton Island, you know there's a little bit of music involved.
Tap, 1, 2, 3, hop, tap, tap.
I had a great time learning some step dancing with Margie Beaton at the Gaelic College. It's addictive, and I found myself practicing throughout the day. My next learning experience at the college involves singing in Gaelic. I join a lovely group of Gaelic College staff sitting around a long table for something called a milling frolic. Lead singer and director of school operations David Rankin explains.
Nowadays, you'd see folks coming around sitting down at a table, a long table, and they would be beating a woolen cloth against the table to the beat of a song.
David says historically, a milling frolic was a way to shrink wool cloth after it came off the loom and was washed.
Well, milling is the process that we're doing to the blanket, but frolic is it comes from the Gaelic word frolic, which is a work party. So when you come together to get a job done, think about putting a fence around a field. They'd have a fencing frolic maybe, or if they were building a house, maybe they'd have a house building frolic. But this was a milling frolic. It was a good time to get some work done. So we're going to do a song here that I learned off an old tape. My great-granduncle was singing this on it, and it's called A Malenin. So try that, A Malenin.
A Malenin.
O Malenin.
O Malenin.
She Malenin.
She Malenin.
A Fed Ood.
A Fed Ood.
A Malenin.
A Malenin.
O Malenin.
O Malenin.
And do you know what you're saying?
No, no idea.
A Malenin just means A my love, O Malenin, O my love. And then A Fed Ood is the new man. So it's
new man.
A woman singing to a man. So there you go.
Oh my love, a new man.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I've got it.
All right. Hey, Malenin, oh Malenin, she Malenin, a fedud. Hey, Malenin, oh Malenin, she Malenin, McIntyre, Yenuk, Desson, Nesson, Nood. Hey, Malenin, oh Malenin, she Malenin, a fedud. Hey, Malenin, oh Malenin. Good job. That's great.
Fun. I couldn't leave the college without visiting resident kilt maker Jenny McLean. I asked how the kilt tradition started.
The kilt is part of the Gaelic culture from Scotland, and it started with the great kilt, which was all one piece, and it was just like a large blanket that got pleated up, and the gentleman laid down on it, wrapped it around himself, and begun his day. When the Industrial Revolution was introduced, when that began, it was way too dangerous to have all of that fabric on him, so they cut it in two. So then we have the little kilt.
Okay.
And the kilt, it was all made by hand, and so now at the Gaelic College, I'm trying to preserve that way of life by making the kilt all by hand. About 6,000 hand stitches goes into a kilt. It's all hand done. It takes about 23 hours.
I'm curious about my own family tartan.
So let's look up Bain here. And it's telling me that the tartan for the family Bain is Mackay. And so we'll look up in this book and see what Mackay looks like.
And it's basically just a book of fabric you have there, a book of different
It's
tartans.
a tartan book, yes
Yeah.
it is. There are over 1,000 different tartans.
Wow.
Which means 1,000 different patterns. There is the blue Mackay.
Oh, okay, that's a really pretty one. So it's got blue and red and black in it?
It does.
Before leaving the campus, I checked back in with my host and CEO of the Gaelic College, the Honorable Rodney MacDonald. Rodney, I had a great time at the college here today.
Well, we loved having you here on site, and we really appreciate you taking the time to visit. Hospitality is important to us here in Cape Breton and at the Gaelic College.
And we're sitting here, we've got a nice cup of strong tea, which is definitely a Cape Breton tradition in my experience.
Definitely, and always put the milk in first in Cape Breton Island.
Yeah, I'm the same, and we've got some oat cakes here, which I understand are a Scottish treat.
Absolutely, they're a favorite here at the college.
Can't wait to dig in. It's delicious.
Swancha.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You can't beat that Gaelic hospitality.
That's for sure. Now I know why Cape Bretoners are always up for a kitchen party. It's in their roots. Have you ever owned a kilt, Victoria? I understand that tartan not only stretches back to the end of the 16th century, but it goes in and out of style quite regularly.
That's definitely true. I remember in university that it was cool for guys to wear kilts because the lead singer of Guns N' Roses wore one. I unfortunately had to wear one as a school uniform, so that was not so cool.
No.
How about you? Have you ever worn one?
No, I've always been afraid of drafts.
If you at home are out touring Nova Scotia or the Cabot Trail and would like to visit the college, you can get more information at gaeliccollege.edu.
The college is open year-round, but summer sessions are very popular and packed with workshops, jam sessions, and storytelling, dancing, and concerts.
It is also one of the venues for Celtic Colors, which is an island-wide celebration that runs for 9 days in the month of October.